Welcome in, kia ora, to another episode of the Podfathers. We are finally back after a little bit of a rocky last couple weeks with the Drays. Had the All-Star Game Midsummer Classic with our sole representative. Felt like 2010s all over again, but recording after a nice 19-2 victory, was it, Tom, today? So hopefully
Yeah,
can carry some damn momentum. But got Tom popping back on the pod. How you been? Broski's just coming across the pond here in a bit.
yeah. Excited for it. I mean, World Cup's just gone over, so bit sad about that. I think I was enjoying that more than Padres baseball at the moment. But today's game was a bit of a light at the end of the series, especially after that first game. But yeah, coming over to San Diego soon. Of course, absolutely buzzing for it as I am every year. Going to try and catch as many games as I can. But like it'll probably be every game. Like I always say that I'm gonna miss a couple, and I just end up going to every game.
I mean, yeah, if you keep getting tickets and like you're just down there not doing anything, then like
Yeah,
it's only a couple hours every day. You gotta
yeah,
pace it like a
yeah.
marathon
I
now.
know. Like last year, I had a week off between like games. This year, I just don't have that because if I'm going to Arizona, it's like I'll have 2 days off or something where
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
games. I know first world problems.
No, that'll be a blast to have you back. I can't believe it's already been a year. That's insane. But
Yeah,
yeah, we're planning on doing a little watch along on the 10th, I think it is, in August. So we'll put some more stuff out about that when we get closer to that date. But all thanks to B Dog Brian for internally setting that up for us. But yeah, as the Padres go, 49-50, third in the NL West, 2.5 games back of a wild card slot. And I know we were just talking off air right before we hit record and checked the standings, and 2.5 games back seemed a bit weird because it feels like we're about 10 out and the season's kind of gone and left us. But apparently, we still got a bit of a shot. Um, in the standings currently, Cubs and Phillies at the top, and then just a smorgasbord of Cardinals, Marlins, Pittsburgh all tied for that final third spot. Then the Diamondbacks are about a game and a half above us, and then the Nationals are a half game above us, and it's us at 49-50. So, we're not dead and buried by any means. We got another 2+ weeks until the trade deadline. So I guess we'll kind of see. That's going to be the telltale if we're buyers or sellers, I would imagine, at the deadline. Obviously, is just how well we do in the next couple weeks. But where do you think we're going to land come about August 3rd or just before that deadline?
I think at this point you just got to take it like every day as it comes. It's literally like a singular loss can mean we're sellers at the deadline, or a singular win could mean we're buyers. It's gotten to that point. I do think people like if you're saying now that we should be sellers 2.5 games back, I think we've gotten a bit spoiled. I thought it was a lot lower than that. I thought we were at least like 5 games back,
Same,
which is
yeah.
like, understandable to say like we should sell at that point, but I don't know, 2.5 games back. At this current time, we should not be selling, in my opinion. We got so much more baseball to play. Like showed some positive signs. To be honest, throughout this whole series, apart from game two, we looked pretty solid apart from extra innings in
Hmm.
game one, and then obviously throwing up a 19 bomb against the Royals was pretty nuts. I mean, I know it's the Royals, but like 90 runs against anyone's decent.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I know I feel like that's what these bastards have done since May, really. Is they've gone almost every series. It feels that make a game out of it in game one. Probably should win or have a chance to win at least. Like case in point against the Royals, we were dead and buried there, and then worked our ass off to get all the way back. Scored 3 runs in the 10th, which we never do, and then end up losing that damn game. But it seems like we make it close in game one. Game two, we get blown out of the water, and we're all ready as fans to just say, clean house, get rid, like coaches be gone. We need new players. And then game three, we just put up a 8, 10, in this case, a 19 spot, right? And you feel all good going into the next series when the reality is we actually lost the damn series and are moving on from there. So they haven't shown any change since May, really, of breaking out of that consistently inconsistent play, which is a big red flag to me. The one thing that they do potentially have is some help coming back from an injury standpoint. I know that Joe and Pavetta threw bullpens in Arizona a couple days ago, and apparently they have been feeling good after that. So anytime they're, and apparently they, both of their bullpens, they like threw like 15, 20 pitches, sat down specifically. That's what Kevin Easy said, and got back up and threw another 15, 20. So when they're at that stage, assuming everything goes swimmingly from here, it's probably at least a month out. So they're going to have to do what they can in these next couple weeks with the team that they currently have to make a run. And it's dependent on other squads as well. But adding that third wild card spot has been definitely made baseball more interesting, especially for a lot of teams here. So gives a lot of tough questions for teams to answer in terms of if they're going to sell or if they're going to buy. So with that being said, we do have the 10th hardest schedule remaining. Apparently, all of a sudden, we had the fourth easiest before the Royals series, and now with our remaining games, we have the 10th hardest. I know this is very dynamic. It's going to change like crazy based off of how all these other teams are doing. But we have 63 games left to play. We have series, the tough opponents being, and this is from the tankathon.com. Cool name. But we have series against the Dodgers, Brewers. I think we only have one series left against the Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we got 3 games against the Dodgers, 3 against the Brewers, 4 against the Braves, 3 against the Rays, 3 against the Yankees, and 3 against the Guardians. Those are kind of our highlights as to what are our tougher opponents. And then on the easier opponent side, we've got 6 against the Rockies, 7 against the Giants, 3 Mets, 3 Reds, 3 Astros, 3 Twins. So those divisional games there are going to be massive. So if we can 7 against the Giants, 6 against the Rockies, it seems like we've been terrible against the Giants this year. Rockies, we've had their number the last couple seasons out of nowhere. If you can take 10 out of 13 or something like that from them, then you sort of give yourself a chance. But I don't know. Like, we'll see where that goes. So the next couple weeks when you come back, are you going to be a good luck charm, Tom, or what's a
I'm
realistic possibility for end of July, I guess?
I'm praying that's the case, and like we've kind of I'm excited for this next series now against the Braves. Obviously they lead the East, but like we swept them like was it not even a month ago now, or like
Yeah,
just over a month ago. So I'm excited for that series. Like, can that spark something? Were we lucky against them last time? Probably, but I'm excited for that one. I do think that we can really gain a spark. Like, I think I saw it like made the rounds in our past 2 years in the second half. We were like 60 something and 30.
yeah,
So like in these past 2 seasons, we've obviously been bad in the second half. If we can just like take 2 games out of every series, we got a decent chance of sneaking into the wild card there because I feel like a lot of these teams are probably going to drop off. I feel like the Marlins have probably gotten quite lucky
yeah, yeah.
looking at
Lost
their
6 on the
decline.
bounce. Yeah,
Yeah, they've kind of gone their way up, I think, through luck. And like surely we can finish above the Diamondbacks and the Nationals. Like I yeah, if we can hit a hot streak now, then it's like just buy the deadline and then you're happy days going forward.
yeah. And then I mean, how much should we buy though, too? Because that's the other question, right? Like, I know our farm's depleted. Like, I would imagine it's not going to be a hard buy like last year by any means, where we're getting Mason Miller, right, or even just like a Jason Adam in years past or stuff like that. I mean, I feel like they probably would look to go starting pitcher if they had to pick anything. Maybe something in the in the batting rotation, just because our offense has been so hit or miss this year. But like, how do you think we'd be a heavy buyer, light buyer? Like, what?
I don't think we can heavy buy at
Yeah,
this point in time. I think you just got to find like that one random gem somewhere like that will carry you through the rest of the year. But yeah, like you said, our farm system's depleted, so we can't really buy like even if it's just a reliever,
yeah,
to replace someone like Kyle Hart. Like just somebody who will put together solid innings and like in the lineup. I'm trying to think we kind of need who do we need in the lineup, do you think? Or need to
I mean,
replace?
I don't know. Like the lineup, just adding one guy to me is not going to change it either. So it's like I mean, maybe a catcher, like to
Yeah,
to support Campy. We'd never do that though, because with Freddie, even though Freddie's been terrible, like that's tough on the pitching staff too, to switch that
yeah,
up. I mean, a left fielder is really what we're screaming out for. That was what was, Laureano was the big fix there. And then, this year when Samad stepped in, he's been great, but he's hurt now. So probably like a left fielder, like a Duran going back for him. And that's the thing, like, do you end up swapping, maybe doing a buy and sell at the same time. We've never been in this case where it's, the Red Sox could definitely use some bullpen help. Do you swap a guy like, I would hate to say it, but like Morahone for like a Duran and like a controllable starting pitcher or, something like that? Because Duran's having a
yeah.
terrible year. I think he's under the Mendoza line last time I checked. Um, Preller's had his eyes on him and when he does that, he usually ends up getting this guy. It just that takes him a few years sometimes, but
Mm,
so it could be a little bit of a mixture of that. So I know with guys' contracts coming up, we have Morahone and Jason Adam. He seemed like he was going to be a really good trade piece potentially with his shoulder injury not looking great for coming back before the end of the year. If anything, he'll be back probably closer to September. So that rules him out of a trade. But yeah, Morahone's really that gem there where you could get a haul back for him. Um, Mason Miller is not in his last year of his contract, but obviously his name's making the rounds because that's one of the, more common big sell pieces that we'd potentially have. I personally would hate that. Just, giving DeVries up and then spinning him Miller for like another set of prospects or whatever the year after to me sounds like Preller would never do that. Ty France having an unbelievable year. He's our leader in pretty much every offensive category except home runs. Just hit another grand slam today. Viva La France, SDSU's finest there. He's on a 1 year contract. So he's potential. And then Michael King's got some player options, but who knows? I mean, his player option is pretty high. It's like right around like 29, 30 million for the year. So based on how he's pitching, he might take that now, but um if they could get, he's by far, like far and away our best starting pitcher. So if we are selling, like those are the guys. But in the bullpen, yeah, I feel like having to swap a guy like Morahone, who's just relievers at the deadline nowadays. I mean, we know how much it takes to, obviously get them with Miller and Adam in years past, but it seems like a lefty and Morahone, I mean, he would go for an insane value. You could probably make your MLB squad better moving him. Then the question is, do we get Estrada back? Do we get Adam back? Because if you have Estrada, Adam, Miller, that's still with the way that Wandy's pitching, Yuki's having a sneaky great year this year. Like you could probably be okay with that. You got some guys coming up in AAA. So I don't know. I feel like that's probably where we'll go. Whether if we're in a position to potentially buy, it's going to have to be like that, like you said, because we don't have a lot of capital. So I'd hate to see
mm,
more on go, but sometimes you got to be smart with it and not let guys just walk. Like we've done in
yeah.
some years past. But I don't know. Out of those guys, I guess Morone, Adam Miller, France, King. Could you see any of them going the opposite way?
I
Assuming we're looking to buy as the part one of that question.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, it's our farm system's so depleted at the moment. We can't really do fuck all with that. So no, I do like the idea of getting like an established major leaguer and flipping them for like two pieces that we need, left fielder starter, left fielder reliever, something like that. Um, I'd I'd hate to see Mario go,
Yeah.
but I feel like he's somebody. I don't want to say we can happily see him go because
Hmm.
he'd be massive part loss. But I feel like if you're looking at every single name out there, you wouldn't want Miller to go. Ty France, he's pretty much holding the offense together. I think he's the only one that could really go at the moment. Um, I mean, like you could probably get a little bit from Matsui. He's been
Yeah, his contract's not
very,
terrible. I mean, he's got a couple more years left for like 5-ish mil a year. I mean, it's not great, but he's at least, getting some value behind that.
yeah, and yeah, like, he's really improved from last year. Last year he was a little bit shaky, but like it's the first 2 years he's adjusting to the major leagues. So no, I think you could definitely get a little bit for him with that 2.5 ERA. But yeah, I think it would have to be a reliever at the moment. Like an
Maybe a
established reliever.
Wandy if someone wants to take on
Yeah,
his little contract. Like he's having an awesome year too.
yeah, a 2.19 ERA, that's fucking beautiful. Um, yeah, I think a reliever would be good to get rid of now. I wouldn't want to get rid of Jason Adam. I don't know.
No, he's gonna be a free agent though at the end of the year too. So if he's
Yeah, so
healthy, I would
he'd be
rather
a
probably
bit.
get rid of Adam than Morejon. You're not in no chance getting anything close to the back what Morejon's getting you, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Teams might not want to touch any damaged goods at that point too.
Mm.
We'll see
When's Morihun's contract ended?
this year. He's a free agent after this
Okay.
year.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Oh,
Morejon's a free agent. Adams a free agent. France is a free agent. King is restricted free or whatever it is because he has the player options.
yeah.
So, but he technically could walk. I think Pavetta could also. Um, like we got a good amount of guys on the books that have Preller's been having to do that the last few years with ever since Peter passed away because of the ownership, kind of handcuffing a bit more than Peter would have, just given the cash they had on hand. So he's had to get creative with these contracts. In doing so, it can kind of bite you both ways. Like signing having Yuki tied up for those few years. Like it wasn't looking good at the beginning, but now it's looking a little bit better. And then vice versa, you got some guys where you're giving a lot of player options. They have a good year and then they walk. So especially when you're doing well. So I don't know. But yeah, that 2.5 games back. That's the big thing. If we could go on a run these next couple series, um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there's a world where we could still sell and also get better. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I just don't want us to like put up a fire sale where just fucking like
yeah,
everyone goes. I think it's so stupid to sell now with all the contracts we still have. Like
yeah.
imagine just being like a shit team with like an Asian Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, who's playing with absolutely nothing going on in his brain. Like
Dude, some
I
Sanderman.
I can't see us putting up a fire sale at the moment. Like even like looking at Yuki's contract now, I wouldn't mind swapping him for like two guys who are free agents next year and then kind of worrying about it.
Yeah,
Hopefully Feliciano can yeah, he's got
pump some money in.
got the
Yeah,
big bucks, yeah, and kind of worry about that in free agency, kind of pop us over the postseason line and then see what we can do then in free agency before the what's it called? The CBA comes in.
yeah,
Regardless of the next year.
yeah, yeah. No, I know we're in a weird spot, man. Like I feel like we almost were kind of in this spot last year, but we were a couple games over, and I'm pretty sure we are in a playoff spot. And then we went on an absolute tear. Last couple years, like you said, we went on an absolute tear in the second half of the year. So kind of made the decision easier. But I don't like getting into is one thing. If you get in, you get into the dance, then you're giving yourself a chance, and that's like the main thing that you can ask for. Again, that X factor there is Pavetta and Musgrove because our starting pitching, in no way, shape, or form could handle the playoffs as it speaks. Especially if you give up a guy like Morejon for a postseason run, weaken that bullpen. We've seen time and time again in the last few years that the stronger bullpens are the ones that really are the ones where you have success into that postseason, right? Like the last couple of years, the Dodgers pen actually was like their strength. Last year, their starting pitching was really good too, but 2 years ago, their bullpen, when we went, 24 scoreless, they just figured it out in the postseason and basically didn't allow a damn run. It seemed like so. Um, yeah, it's tough. It's a tough question, man. So
I think every
we'll
time I
see.
think about like the fact that we could be just absolute shit in the postseason, I just think of the Rangers in
Yeah,
23, and like a Rangers Diamondbacks World Series, like
snuck in. Yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
got to get hot.
I like. Would you even say that this year or last year's team's probably better than that Rangers team? Like in the regular
Probably.
season.
Yeah,
So
probably. I know
that's
you
what I
just got
think
to
about.
get
I
in.
think you should get on the fucking hot streak, and then you're in. You're
I, kn-
so in.
I think it
So
was the year that Matt Holliday didn't touch home. You've seen that one making the rounds, I'm sure, for many years now. But
yeah,
I think that was the season where again, they had to use 163 games to get in the postseason, and then they won like 18 in a row or something like that. They got to the World Series and then got bounced. But they got all the way to the end there because yeah, they just got hot. Like so,
yeah.
I mean, it totally depends. The one counterpoint to that is like, could our guys get hot? I mean, I guess they could because of how our April went, right? Like we just when we were rolling, we were absolutely rolling, and that was even without like Toddy with a power streak, and Manny wasn't doing so hot. Merrill was doing a bit better then. Xander was really carrying at that point. But would you take the opportunity to flip Xander with like a Morahone or a Miller just to get him off the books, or being
If
premature there?
if we were to do that, I definitely want to see it like next season. Like
Yeah.
if we kind of shit the bed now, don't make the postseason, I'd rather that happen next year. Like
Yep.
I'd rather stay competitive this year and then just kind of work towards getting rid of him. It's so frustrating with him because like he's either really shit or really good. Like
Yeah.
there's
There's
no
no in
in
between.
between. And it just feels like I think you tweeted it. He's just playing with like absolute like he's not locked in at all. Like
No.
that play today where he was where
Cutting
he
off
like
the throw.
yeah cut off the throw. Like just have a look behind you, see what's actually happening in the game. Like he bounced it. It's like what the fuck are we doing here?
I
Like you played shortstop for 10 years in the majors and you're doing stupid shit like that.
He just looks like he's fatigued. Like I know he's especially a dad. Maybe that's part of it. Like there's all these
Yeah,
things like in your like these players' personal lives that you would never know. Like all this shit going on. So maybe there's like a family member not doing well. Maybe it's because he's not like with his newborn or like maybe he's just not locked in. But he just seems like exhausted, like mentally, and it's
yeah,
carrying through. Like he's just going through the motions, kind of. And a lot of these guys, to be fair at one point in the season or another have done so. Like right now, Sheets is on a tear, and that's baseball too, to a point. But like Sheets right now is on a generational run, where in a bad way.
yeah,
Manny earlier in the year, obviously, like Merrill seems like he's kind of turning a corner with the game today, which is awesome. Toddy's actually had a pretty solid year. He just like couldn't hit home runs at the beginning of the season. Now it's
yeah.
all kind of fallen into place. So,
Just
um,
overshadowed him, the no homers.
yeah, it really did. I mean, he
He
has
was
25 steals now.
yeah, I said like he was like an expensive Luis Ariz with a little bit less of
Yeah.
age. But
Yeah.
now he's got that power about him.
hmm
I'm excited.
I mean, I'll pull up his stats now for the year as well, because just to provide some numbers behind it. But you know, early on, yeah, seeing the no home runs is such a weight for him, right? On his shoulders. Now it's like, okay, it looks like we have our toddy back. And then what we didn't have last year was a stolen bases because of that leg kind of weird microfracture thing he had going on. But this year, if I was to tell you, just like you have amnesia, Tom, right? You don't remember shit, or you probably don't anyways, but you don't remember anything for the last, 3 months. And you wake up and you look at Toddy's numbers and you go, okay, he is hitting 282 with a 347 on base percentage. Slugging's 385. Yeah, that's a little low, but so OPS 732, probably a bit low. What OPS plus is 105. So he's probably having a, you know, all right average year, probably a little bit below average year for him. 6 bombs, 37 RBIs, 19 doubles. But yeah, that 282 average is there. Like his strikeouts are down. He's got 25 stolen bases. He's one of the better. second baseman and right fielders defensively. Like you'd look at that and go, probably like a little bit of a down year for Toddy. And almost like you're expecting like a big explosion from here, right? When you actually go through what happened, it was like shit, 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 and then like really good the last month, so like kind of average it out to where it's like he's actually having a decent year now. So um it's just that's baseball, man. Like you got the whole, 162 games, like they say it for a reason, it's like by the end of it, it might look completely different. I mean, again, like Sheets was like on fire through the month of May, and then now he's gone non-existent, so it's just, and not to pick on Sheets because he was amazing this year and huge instrumental part to our success, not detrimental, which I said on Twitter. But so
Yeah, I think with Tatis, it was just like that one home run because it kind of felt like it got to a point where he was just swinging out of his shoes at everything to just
yeah, it's
try
pressing.
and get out of that slump, and then you hit the one home run, you're like, oh shit, I can do this without swinging like a
Hmm.
bellend. So no, I'm so happy for him, like he's getting out of it now, but.
Yeah,
And I
so
feel like the same would be with Sheets as well. Like he looked, he had that hit today off the position player. He just looked so fucking relieved. Like he
yeah,
was
yeah,
smiling over to the dugout. Like even stuff like that. Like even if it's on off a position player, it doesn't matter. He's getting on base.
dude,
It's a positive thing. It could change pretty much everything. Like
yeah.
it's like just a snap of the fingers all you need really.
It really is, yeah. And I think kind of my whole point in that too is like I feel like, I mean, managers and coaches and coaching staffs, they get way too much praise and also way too much blame a lot of the time, because it's like at the end of the day, the player's got to play. But the one thing as a manager or, even like AJ and co can create is an environment that sets players up for success. And I don't think we have seen that. I know for a fact we haven't seen that at all lately. And it's the inconsistencies, both on a positive and a negative piece. To me, like points right at Craig and the supporting cast, like with the hitting. Perfect example. We have a okay game one, absolute nothing game two, and all of a sudden 19 runs game three. It's like, where's I know baseball's the hardest sport in the world to play, but the consistency for me is just, it's all over the damn place. And we have guys old enough and experienced enough to be able to not, need that necessarily from the coaching staff, but having that rookie hitting coach, that rookie manager, like it's not, it looks like it's being displayed through the players like on this. So that maybe that's why Xander's checked out a little bit, which he shouldn't, right? It should be, he should take the onus. Like maybe that's why Manny's been struggling a little bit because guys like Schilt or even Sleepy Bob might have, kicked him in the ass a different way, or even other guys on the staff at that point. But and then come kind of went on a bit of a tangent there, but to come back to the whole Xander thing of like, would you trade him now? I feel like I totally agree with you. Like, I wouldn't flip him now at this rate. Like, he's still, his contract's bad, but it's even throughout the rest of his career. So it's not going up like Manny's is or Toddy's is or Merrill's is. Um, and then with the Feliciano and Kwanzaa Jones coming in and co, like they're probably coming in just like any business would, and here's your dead money, maybe, like it's an investment. There might be, some pieces of equipment or, some employees or a branch of the business you're taking over that's you think is underperforming or shit or shouldn't be there. And in this case, it could be players, and that might be a Xander. So they might be fine eating, you know, 70%, 80% of the contract and just trading them for, pennies on the dollar. And who knows, because they have those deep pockets coming in. So yeah, I totally agree with you. I think it would be a bit premature to flip him. And I
They gotta
mean,
know.
yeah,
They gotta know what they're coming into as well. Like
exactly.
fucking you Darvish, who's getting paid until he's 42 now.
Yeah.
Like you look at a contract like that and you go, shit, maybe there was probably one or two, premature contracts that were let out. But
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see now where they go with it. Like how willing are they to spend more, or are they just going to eat up all these contracts and just
Yeah.
kind of like, or are they also going to do the same thing where they get somebody on a contract until they're in their 40s? Like, what kind of approach are they going to take?
Hmm. Yeah, it's like, what are there going to be phases? I'd imagine phase one would be kind of not necessarily clean house, but like do stuff like cut potentially, get it to a core
Yeah,
that they want to manage and then grow from there. Like I could totally see that happening as well. I know, I mean, for the year, we're at 254 million for according to Fangraphs for estimated luxury tax payroll. The luxury tax for 2026 is 244. So we're like 10 mil technically over. So maybe that's another reason to sell as well. To try and get some prorated contracts off the books to save to get under that threshold to just kind of reset for ownership. Maybe that's what they're looking to do too. Like there's so many factors going in this. And then yeah, like once they do take over, exactly, Tom, like where do they go from there? Is it, you know, do they cut all? Do they just try to beef it up right away? Like we'll see. But probably need a bit of both, honestly. Um, so I don't know. With that being said, bullpen wise, we got Randy Vasquez came back and featured today.
yeah,
So they might be looking to piggyback him with German Marquez going forward, which is potentially a great thing for the bullpen too, just to kind of have six starters, but like see how long they can go, you know?
yeah. Like
I
rotating
like,
them.
hmm exactly. Yeah, no, I like getting a little creative there. And then Wandy's back from the bereavement list. So good to have Wandy back. And Marinaccio was DFA'd. Brito was sent down to AAA. So bullpen's probably as strong as it's going to get, minus the injuries we've had, obviously. So we still got Adam and Estrada. Missing Adam and Estrada has been a huge miss as well, really in the last month or so. But um, yeah, we'll see where we go from here. I just want to be positive. I'm sick of being negative these last 6, 8 weeks, and you pointing out that we were 2.5 games back at the get go has kind of flipped me a little bit, and I just want to grab onto that, even if it's for a couple weeks. Like especially you coming
Yeah.
into town, like let's go on a run. Why can't we? I
Is it the
mean,
Welsh Friar curse or the Welsh Friar blessing?
I,
Like, where are we looking?
I don't know. We got to start tallying up when you're back. What's their record, and then
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
we can
literally, I shit you not, I think I've been to 20 games on the dot and I'm 500.
500. I mean, that's progress
So,
right there.
but normally it's like the start of my trip, we win games, and then towards the end we just start losing. So maybe I'll cut it short or something like that, and we'll sit on the 10 or something like that. But
I like
no,
it.
I am excited for it. It's gonna be a fun one as long as we just don't keep shit in the bed.
Yeah. And you know what? If we do shit the bed, I kind of want us to just pick a lane. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
in the next 2 weeks, like go for it or just shit the bed. Like just go on a 10 game winning streak or a 10 game losing streak and then then it makes the decision easier come the trade
yeah.
deadline.
I think
You coming in
one
town, I
thing
don't
that's
want
gonna
to
be
lose 10 in a row.
one thing that's gonna be so vital is Pavetta coming back. Like I
Yeah.
always forget how shit our rotation is. Like we got Michael Caine, that is
That's it.
literally it. That is literally it. Like Griffin Cannon, like I think my nan could probably throw like a better outing than him.
Walker
Like
Bueller's back to being Walker Bueller of the
yeah,
past.
like I think what King's the only one with a under 5 ERA.
That is, I mean, Vasquez might be below 4 still, but
Yeah.
like he's over 5 the last month and a half, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, Vasquez 4.55. Uh,
Yeah, under 5.
Cannon
Sorry, I said under 4. Yeah, under 5.
Cannon 8 losses,
And he
6.6
started in May.
ERA. It's fucking terrible.
Giolito, his 5 or 6 starts he had, whatever, he just looked like a grandpa
Yeah.
up there.
If you
Like,
told me last year that JP Sears was going to be regularly starting, I probably would have stopped watching baseball. Like, it is actually really bad. Like I don't think I've come to terms with it how
No,
bad it is.
name the five, six starters right now, Tom, that you're looking at.
JP Sears, Walker Buehler, obviously Michael Caine,
Hmm.
Amand Marquez,
Yep.
Griffin Cannon, and then
And
Randy Grossman.
Vasquez. So, jeez, dude. That's, I
Like,
mean, you're asking Ruben Niebla to do a whole lot. I've seen some like stick about Niebla recently, and of course, like with some of these outings, you got to put some blame on the coaching staff too. He's not, immune to that. But
yeah,
fucking hell, man. You read
I'd
that
I'd
list.
probably blame what's his name, Starman for the first game back. I'm gonna blame him all the way for that, for bringing Carl Hart in. What a fucking terrible decision that is.
Yuki's right there. Why are they not bringing Yuki?
Yeah,
Like
why? Yeah, it's
former
like
closer in Japan too. So like even though he hasn't done it here, he's like has that experience.
it's literally all the players have had like what four-day break. No one's unhealthy. Like, why the fuck you not? A three-run lead sounds good until you realize that they've got a runner on second. All they need is walk and they got the time run to the play.
And that's it. Yeah. That's
So
really not much.
I wouldn't blame Neil at the moment. Although, Canning,
He's a part of that conversation, obviously,
yeah,
but
I mean, I just don't know what's wrong with Canning. I like
he's just broken.
just I don't think we should keep him. Like, or just send him to the bullpen or something. Like, he was a fairly good name yesterday,
Yeah.
last year.
Bullpen could be a good shout for him.
Yeah, just getting back into positivity. I don't fucking know.
Okay,
Like,
no, I don't know. Be our Jason Adam if you can. He's got the stuff. He just
yeah,
like I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just trying to be positive with him. He's
it's
been
crazy. I mean, he threw. Let's have a look. Last year, I was looking at his stats last night. He's
yeah, he was good on the Mets.
given up the same amount of home runs as he did last year, and he pitched. Oh shit! Okay, he pitched 76 innings last year. He pitched 59 now, so that's not too bad. I thought he had a
No.
full season, but
No,
still,
because I
it's,
can't remember, was it his Achilles that he popped? I
I
think
don't
he
know.
popped his Achilles. Like that again, he's older, like that's a huge, I know it's different injury than like rugby or basketball or soccer or whatever, but still like that's enough to just like completely derail even just not your necessarily your career, but like definitely your season, So that could definitely be part of it. Like
Mm,
we were not well equipped enough from a starting pitching standpoint, obviously,
yeah,
like so
yeah. I mean, the injuries don't help, but still, you need to like even as a five. Like, who would you even have as your 4-5 man? Marquez and fucking
Vasquez
see,
probably like
yeah, like that's like if you said last season that would be our 4-5. Like I'd be like, well, we're gonna be shit, let alone our 2-3
literally. Yeah, yeah.
whole
Let alone
game.
our 2, 3, 4, 5. See, so that to me is like, I mean, yeah, X Factor's Joan Pimenta. Like there's no, we're not gonna get anyone in the trade market at that rate,
Mhm.
to beef it up unless we did like flip like a Morahone for like a two, flipping Morahone for a two and a left fielder right now. Like he doesn't even have to be a two. He'd be a two for us just by being a major league starting pitcher at this
Yeah,
rate. So
you're gonna have to do some proper work if you want to get some sort of starting pitcher
yeah,
in this market.
yeah. So I don't know. I just I just wanted to pick a lane. Hopefully you coming over, they pick the winning lane, and then it makes your trip even
Yeah,
more fun. You
I'll
know?
bring him back in. I'll fly the Welsh flag, get Jackson Merrill to see that. He'll love it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
our
That
Welsh
may
guys here, bro. I gotta be hitting good now. Like pressure's
pressure's
on.
on.
Yeah,
Pressure's on. All right. Well, before we get wrapped up here, yeah, give us a little more deets on the trip if you want to share that. So you're coming in a week.
yeah. Week today, I literally should be arriving in San Diego as we speak. A week today.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, I technically fly on Sunday morning. I'm leaving here like Saturday night because it's like I gotta get a bus at 2 in the morning on Saturday night to Heathrow. But
Sheesh.
yeah, flying into LA, trying to get down. I don't know how I'm gonna get down yet. Probably like a coach or something, but or the train. and just pretty much catch as many games as I can. Like I do want to do a lot more touristy stuff this year. I feel like last year, or
Like
like the
all
last
games.
2 years, yeah, the last 2 years I didn't really do as much. Like I went to the zoo and stuff. Like went to the beach. We went to Del Mar, stuff like that. But like, there's so much to do in San Diego. I want to do a lot more of it.
Yeah.
And then going to Arizona as well, which should be fun. Going there for I'm hoping 2 nights. I mean, there's not much to do in Arizona, but I love a Padres away game. I've only done the one, but it's still sick. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
everyone sat behind the visitor dugout, so I'm hyped for that. But yeah, no, it's the same as every year. I'm always hyped for it. Seeing you guys, seeing fucking everyone, like just being like it is unreal. Like I think every time I go and just see the stadium, I'm like, fuck, I've missed it so much. Like you
Yeah,
just
that first game, you're just like, damn.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm just like I just catch myself just staring at like the skyline or something, or like
Yeah.
just looking around the ballpark and stuff. Because it's like I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning watching this city over the ballpark and all that, and then I don't know, it just doesn't feel real every time. But no,
Yeah.
I'm buzzing for it.
Yeah, that's awesome, mate. Yeah, no, if anyone listening wants to get in touch, I mean, Twitter is really the main. I mean, hit you up on Instagram too, but Twitter, I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean,
whoever's
I'm down to go to pretty much like any game with anyone. I've done it so much. Like everyone I've met, apart from my auntie in San Diego, is through Twitter.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and I know 10, 20 people now in
yeah.
San Diego from Twitter, which is crazy. So
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah, I'm just pretty much down whenever.
Oh yeah. Well, dope. Looking forward to it, man. We're gonna definitely catch up a bunch. Then, yeah, we'll have that like live viewing or at least the watch along. Now we did the live show last year. We're gonna give that a miss this year. Um, but the watch along will be a blast at Brian's spot. So, we'll get more info out for that. But looking forward to it, mate. Week to
Yeah,
go. Let's rock and
gonna
roll.
yeah, I need to start packing. Get that flag. That's a new one.
Yeah, I know. I was noticing
New
that.
flag
Yep.
every year. Not much creativity this year, but oh,
I like it. Let's get it signed
yeah.
again. That'd be
Oh
sweet.
yeah, yeah.
Dope. All right, mate. Well, appreciate you popping on per usual. See you in about a week's time. We might squeeze in another pod depending on if there's any news or whatnot before. But if not, we'll at least get a live recording in with you.
Yeah,
So that'd be sweet.
yeah.
But all right, mate. Well, appreciate it. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Podfathers. We will be back soon. Peace.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Podfathers, a Slam Diego Padres podcast. The Podfathers is produced by Los and Walls and is executively produced by Jacob Lamb.
Our theme song is A Bubba by Trylock. To get in touch with the show, follow us on Twitter at Podfathers619. That is at PADFATHERS619. Or email us at podfathers@gmail.com. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all other major audio platforms.
Go Pods!